Hey y'all, this is Cajun Steve with a question for all of y'all, especially those of y'all who might be listening. Hey, have you ever seen a man who drove so bad his own family won't get in the car with him, including his own dog? Have y'all ever seen a man who drove so fast that when he blew through town, the buildings would shake all around it? Have y'all ever seen a man who drove so fast that when he left the airport, 5 or 6 cab drivers would dive out the way and jump in a ditch on the side of the road and start praying to Allah for help? Well, that man was Leadfoot Boudreaux, who worked for the New Iberia Fire Department and became a hero one night. Boudreaux the Leadfoot fireman used to put the hammer down, and if you saw him driving, you would say, "Boudreaux, slow down." All of the other firemen used to laugh and call him Couillon. They used to put some gravel on top his bowl of sauce piquant. Then one rainy Christmas Eve, the fire chief called to say, "Boudreaux, my house is burning down. Could you put the hammer down?" Then all the firemen loved him as they shouted out with glee, "You're gonna get a big pay raise, and you owe us all money." It was a cold and wet Christmas Eve. The boys were sitting around the firehouse playing Verret, and as usual, Boudreaux was losing bad again. All the boys looked at Boudreaux. They said, "Boudreaux, how in the world can you be such a bad Verret player?" Then all of a sudden the telephone rang. It wasn't a regular telephone, no. It was that hotline. Gidry ran over. He picked that phone up right quick. He said, "Joe's Pool Hall." Just kidding. He said, "This is the fire station. Who's that?" Guess what, y'all? It was the fire chief calling. He said, "Boys, I got a problem. Somebody left a hot plate on at my house a little bit too long, and now my house is about to catch some fire. The only way y'all gonna make it here across town to my house on time is if you let that crazy man, that Leadfoot Boudreaux, drive that truck." All the boys looked at Boudreaux. Then they said a prayer that they make it back safe. Then they finished their game of Verret. Then they all jumped in the truck. And guess who was behind that wheel for the first time, y'all? Old man Crazy Boudreaux. He adjusted his suspenders. He pounded himself on the chest 3 times. He said, "I'm the man. I'm the man. Ow, that hurts." Then he got on that CB radio. He said, "Breaker, breaker, one eye. This here is Leadfoot. I'm trying to see if they got any smokers between here and the other side of town, y'all." Just then, Gidry leaned over. He pounded Boudreaux on the side of the head. He said, "Boudreaux, Couillon, you in a fire truck, man. Just turn on your siren and let's blow, partner." Boudreaux said, "Oh yeah." He turned on the siren. Then he turned on his bubblegum light. Then he turned on the stereo loud as he could go on a Sammy Kershaw tune full blast. And he tore through that town, y'all. I'm telling you, he went so fast. The dogs and cats were running on the side of the road hugging each other when he blew through like a hurricane. I'm telling you, he drove like a bat out of Cancton, y'all. Now, to make a long story short, Boudreaux got the boys there just on time. They put that fire out. The fire chief ran out with a great big smile across his face. He said, "Boudreaux, you're a hero tonight, partner. You're gonna get a great big pay raise." The boys lift Boudreaux up on their shoulders. They said, "Hooray for Boudreaux! Hooray for Boudreaux! Boudreaux, you ain't never driving this truck again, partner." Boudreaux the Leadfoot fireman used to put the hammer down, and if you saw him driving, you would say, "Boudreaux, slow down." All of the other firemen used to laugh and call him Couillon. They used to put some gravel on top his bowl of sauce piquant. Then one rainy Christmas Eve, the fire chief called to say, "Boudreaux, my house is burning down. Could you put the hammer down?" Then all the firemen loved him as they shouted out with glee, "You're gonna get a big pay raise, and you owe us all money. And don't you ever plan to drive the fire truck again."